Batrider won't be able to kill him if he gets one like dispel item like Yules or Lotus. So that is a concern I have for the bottom lane.
Okay, something to watch for there. At least at the early goings here mid, though. This is where hopefully things should be going a little bit better for that Batrider on the side of Thunder Awaken. And already Mickey getting a lot of stacks up, and we'll see. I mean, is there an all-in potential that you have at some point on this Batrider?
There is, definitely there is. I do think the Bat has to kind of set the pace for this game, because when you look at their heroes, they don't have that much damage on Thunder. They kind of need the Bat to run around and help them kill heroes. So that is something, like, I think room control is really very important.
Watch for that as Panda Move already trying to push back this lane. And obviously Bane, an incredibly strong hero at being able to control a lane, but already pulling back behind the tower now. Insania comes on over to try and contest Matthew's pull back behind the tower, while up on the top side, Snapfire is going to keep the harassment going as well on to Matumba Man, playing on his Wraith King as well.
Yeah, so I do think that both side lanes should go well for Liquid. Both bottom lane and top lane should be pretty okay. That is one of the weaknesses of picking like a tiny 4. If you're in a lane like this with a Snapfire, if you don't get a kill, you're going to slowly lose the lane. And you see Matthew starting with boots, he's going to run around, you know, he's not that strong, but we get a pretty sick toss here.
Oh, back behind, gonna get pushed underneath the tower, and actually Insania barely able to step away from that. Do they have enough for the kill? It doesn't quite look like it, so the salve will keep Insania alive, but a good amount of harassment early.
Good eco damage, that's for sure. Like, people don't realize sometimes that the lanes right now are a lot about just economical damage. You want to just burn regen from the enemy team. And that's why you hear like Necrophos, when he's given a free lane, is so powerful, because you don't need to bring regen, right? You're going to get regen by Heartstopper Aura, your Death Pulse. So you will see that the net worth of the bottom lane in particular is going to go very much in the way of Liquid.
And of course, being able to translate that into a ton of stuff and a ton of damage later on into the game will be pretty good for them. A quick little stun now on a Sacred. He's going to waddle away. Matthew there in tow as well, but a whole creep wave underneath the tower. And at least for now, we're going to see little Firefly, Dark Magosi trying to go now on the Mickey. No, the Spear will push him back.
Yeah, the CS is going pretty good for Mickey in the mid lane.
Get out of there, buddy. He's still chasing here in one. Mickey wants to go for it. Oh, he catches him right at the end. Well played, but maybe a turnaround kill. Looking for a toss back. Mickey, will he be able to get out of here? Matthew doesn't have any mana left, so he can't finish it off. Unreal, dude. Mickey, he's winning this Batrider matchup.
Wow, that was a sick play, because he was all in on hitting this spear, and he hit it, so, you know, props to him. Mars is one of those heroes, you know, when I play the hero sometimes and I'm not like accustomed to it, I just miss my spears and people laugh, you know. So respect on that, because that is a big deal. And not getting a return kill on Tiny is also like, you know, money expended.
All right, here we go. Try to. Oh no, not again. Not again. They're TPing in one. Boxy is going to make sure that Duckmanville can't go for any extra aggro. Mickey actually sticking around here and instead deciding to go. Grimstroke throws out the stun to keep back that Batrider yet again, but they are just punishing this Bat mid.
He unfortunately missed the Flame Break on Boxy with 5 stacks. I don't know if it was enough, because level 1 Flame Break is pretty weak.
Right.
I would have liked to see Matthew stick around mid lane and try to help contest these 4-minute runes, because like the Mars was pretty low on resources, and it's something to consider.
Die. Getting very low there. Thinking that he knows his limits, but can he survive through this? He's getting brought down very low to slow. Oh my god, is Zai really gonna live on 25 HP? Oh god, that's gotta hurt. That's some emotional damage right there.
Oh yeah, that's one of those situations, you know, the Grimstroke TP's mid, so right away they try to punish Zai for being alone there. And Zai even went for this like greedy build where he doesn't have a point in Ghost Shroud, because with Ghost Shroud you're not gonna have any threat of dying. Yeah, and that's just Zai kind of recognizing that this is a free lane and there's really not much that can kill him except Batrider, and Ghost Shroud doesn't really help you in that situation.
Yeah. All right, and the final movement in here, and Mickey gets the kill onto the Batrider. So an absolutely stellar early start here for Liquid, in spite of some of the draft woes that we had for him.
This is a problem. And another thing, okay, Boxy suiciding bottom, nothing too crazy. It is a big problem because Batrider having these 2 deaths is slowing his game down by a lot, and he doesn't have any stacks. Something you would do if a Batrider mid sometimes, the same way you would treat a Sand King is you would stack Ancients.
And the only other option is just to try and go for the toss-back plays and hope that they can get some type of retribution here, but another TP in, refilling the bottle, and now Mickey, he's free to stay again in this mid lane. So as you said, no stacks to go back for, and then also not getting these kills.
Let's see the 6-minute rune, because this does dictate the pace of the game a lot here.
Okay. We'll see which one it is if he's able to guess lucky, but I mean, they're already camping it, and it's a haste up top. Oh no, that would have been huge.
Yes, everything is just going poorly right now for this mid lane. Mick is playing fantastic.
Very impressive showing. And as often happens when the panel all agrees, the game goes a different way. Definitely Liquid right now playing an absolutely fabulous start, mainly off the back of this Mickey Mars. And already a 2,000 gold lead is just 6 minutes in.
We are going to go on top here on Matu, but he seems okay.
Yeah. Sacred, Matthew trying to play something, and they might have bitten off more than they could chew. They keep the chase going. Has another stun in 7, so it's going to be too far away. But back mid again, they kill off Dark Mago. Oh, this is his hero.
That's rough.
Oh, man.
Up on the top lane, Matu did lose his career, and he was going for phase boots, which kind of tells you how he wants to play. So, in a situation where he would buy Helm of Iron Will first, that means he kind of wants to play passive and take it easy. But when he buys phase boots, he's trying to play aggressive in a lane. He's trying to run up and hit the enemy, you know, with IO. So that kind of tells us what game he's thinking about playing right now, even though his career died. So,
smelling some blood in the water is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
wanting to feast.
You can already see the gold graph. It's not looking too good.
And over here on the bottom side, Zai gonna get pulled back in. Can Liquid get any heroes in to survive through this? It does not look like it. So they make a good rotation and maybe can find a kill here on the Boxy afterwards. Goes back in and a chase down, looking to dodge. Didn't keep going for any more. Boxy gets the flow there on a Panda. Now chasing, stick pop, still alive for a little bit, and the final rotation coming from Mars will be a little bit too late. So they get some salvation here on the bottom side.
Yeah, that was well played. He went to the one lane that he can reliably kill, and now we'll see if he gets this 8-minute rune here.
Moves back in again, and it is going to spawn top, which means likely taken away, although move on in, Haunt used as well as Snapfire ulti. They're able to get the kill onto Mickey, so a couple of good rotations coming from Thunder Awaken. They're not getting rolled over completely.
No, that was a sick rotation by Sacred. That was very salvaging. This Mars was super snowballed, and if he gets a top rune by any chance, like, it's looking very bad. So those 2 rotations are actually quite big. They killed Necrophos and Mars, the 2 top network heroes of the game.
Exactly what they needed to do, recognizing the couple of weaknesses that they've got going, and now 4-4, back towards a more even game. We'll see where Liquid decide to go next with this, but at least at the moment you can see Raking, he's down on the lowest of the course, although they're going to go in again. Down bottom onto Boxy, everybody moves on over, have a toss, Bane, Nightmare, swap over, and they're going to let him go. With the IO rotating in, it's a little bit too tough.
Yeah, they do need this Batrider to kill Necrophos, and he does have a slow game on the Bat, so he does need some time to recover as well. So I'm not sure about committing resources here. And something I want to point out real quick is if you look at the net worth, if you look at Bane, this guy, oh no, he's in a struggle. Yeah, right? He's struggling hard, and that's just because he kept having to ferry region for this for the Spectre. Meanwhile, Necrophos is just kind of having the time of his life. So the Spectre network is pretty good, but the Bane is in the struggle city. Like, I think he has boots coming finally. The boots are like, actually he doesn't even have boots.
Oh no.
This is pretty grim.
And he's gonna obviously be food in this game if they ever like find him with any of the cores. Super easy for the kill, and down bottom
there's a smoke coming by Mickey and Boxy here.
Well, who they run into, it looks like they're going to find Panda, so that should be more than enough, although the Nightmare comes out and then chase down. he will end up falling most likely.
Backup is coming.
Well, maybe. He's buying a lot of time hiding around the little cliff there. As they move back in, the Inkswell combo together might be enough. Matthew now stunned up. They move in now with the Batrider as well. What do they have left in the tank? They're able to get one. The pullback, can they get enough damage on the mid game? With the ulti comes the Sacred, it might be enough. And the Reaper Sight not quite able to kill the Batrider. Batrider lived through all of it. The chase down, what a huge win.
Wow. That was so close. He even gets the tip after that, and now he has his travels ready. Wow, that's huge, because this bottom tower is not even dead, because this whole rotation was trying to get this bottom tower and getting Vessel Chargers, or I guess Urn Chargers, now Vessel, for the Necrophos. He needs this to be able to like kind of snowball. Wow, what a sick like response by Thunder.
Now let's take a quick little look at it again, how close they get to taking down that Batrider. They will connect there. The lasso laid down, and then, of course, that Reaper Sight goes off, and suddenly, like, the Teleman's not dying, or his eye's not dying afterwards.
Yeah, and now he's just taking a sip. Yep.
Easy
game. Meanwhile, we did have a kill in the mid lane. They did actually manage to get Mickey again, and you can see the net worth is kind of shifting away now. Right. The Mars is starting to fall off a bit. They are going to keep going with Thunder Lasso, but they're just keep going to this bottom, and they don't want Zai to have any sort of game here.
And they spot him. They happen to stay nearby. Dagger already connecting. Haunted a bit low as well, but a couple of heroes nearby, and that Inks will always a danger. They're not opting to go all in on Zai yet. It's interesting seeing Thunder put so much emphasis on trying to defend that bottom tower. I feel like, as you mentioned, so often teams just sack it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if this is because they're playing a Spectre game, and the panel did touch on this, that Spectre doesn't farm the jungle very fast. You want to farm lane creeps.
Right.
So maybe the whole idea is like trying to enable pakazs to be able to hit lane creeps, and that's why they keep defending this area. Boxy is looking to be in trouble here.
Yep, they have him. If they can get it without the lasso, they would love it. And Boxy eventually going to get, well, a toss panda right on top of him.
I can tell you, these mid laners, when they don't get the runes, and I don't think Dark Magro has gotten a single active rune, he's definitely sad.
Zai, gonna get caught here. They have the sleep. Matthew in the area trying to play interrupted, just completely surrounded. But you see, every time they're dropping multiple ulti. Oh my god. They pull him away. They couldn't break it. Matthew wanted to find him, but he couldn't get it. What a sick play from Insania.
Coming.
Wait, are they coming back in?
Keeping in.
Oh, danger, danger. He just barely gets away. Oh, jeez. And they might finally be able to claim this tower down here. It did go down. And yeah, Pakazs just going to TP out afterwards.
That's good TP by Pakazs. He recognizes it. Okay, it's time to get out. They left top lane, so now I can go here. Maybe the Necrophos wants to follow. That is an option. He wants to follow the Spectre top and just TP top. We'll see if he chooses to do that.
Okay. Gonna watch for still a very close game here. In spite of, we were thinking that, all right, Thunder Awaken, they're going to do well. There's going to be all this like Batrider snowball, and then it sort of was the virtue of the Snapfire and the Bat Together playing it that pulled it back together here.
I really want to see a stat, if possible, when Pandamu does get his boots. I want to see what like the average boost time is and like how this compares. And it's not like towards flaming the guy. It's just like some games like this, you just have to fair region non-stop, and you're going to be poor. It's just the nature of that specific lane versus Necrophos.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's sort of a measured sacrifice. That is what's allowed Spectre to have a game, in a way, it feels like there.
Oh, it is. It's necessary for the game. So he is going to queue up the Manta, and we have the Blink on Mars now. Let's see if they want to make a move of this, if they want to do some smoke, look for a wraparound mid lane. But we're fighting for the runes again.
And get the Nightmare off. And backs away, and it's a bottled Invis bottom. The one rune he gets, completely useless.
Yeah, that's not the rune you want to see. You definitely want the haste. But they are kind of looking to smoke. You can see them grouping around each other with this Blink Mars reveal. So let's see, they do smoke here.
Top tower is under attack.
And do look to be heading down bottom Invis, and do get some good damage there. Matthew in the area, the rest of the team's moving in, and Spectre haunted, Batrider under control, and the single ulti coming out from the Snapfire. Do they have enough damage to kill off Mickey? Insania keeping him alive with that IO, but the grip, long duration. Chase down, stun is there. They got a fully surrounded Matumbo Man likely to fall here as the toss comes out, but they have a relocate back. The second he didn't have it.
Back in.
Didn't have ulti.
Back in. Yeah, they're back here.
Okay.
Looks like they're just going to try to get out on Thunder.
I mean, they got the kill on Matumbaman.
Yeah, that's a trade they're happy with, because I think the Spectre was like, you know, he just haunted and got arena. I was like, what the heck is going on? Where did these guys come from? I don't think he was expecting that.
Oh, still, Liquid up 2K at this point. In a very contentious back and forth game, they placed down a ward there. We'll scout out the movement of Zai heading towards the mid lane. But Sacred definitely getting a ton done on the Snapfire. Has Blink Dagger completed, going into the BKB next.
That was funny trying to deal with that. They were like all grouping up. Matthew was getting angry. He's like pinging them like, yeah, don't let them have this ward, guys. Matsu does TP top, so I want to see what they do with this information, because they know he's a lone top. There is no relocate for a good amount of time. So they do have blink on Sacred on the Snapfire. Now he really wants the shard so he can, you know, blink and stun with the Scatter Blast. But it looks like they're just gonna kind of take it easy. And pakazs is gonna farm this Ancient Stack, but this is one thing I was wondering about the Blade Mail. Blade Mail allows you to farm Ancient Stacks, although particularly this game it's not a very good Blade Mail game, so.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna have to make do, and as you can see, he's very low HP on that Spectre, so taking it slow, finishing all those off, and does mean he won't be able to be around for any type of fight. And Panda gonna get caught. Do they get a free Reapers here? They will.
They will. Oh, he's zooming now with his Tranquil Boots, so
nice.
It's all good. It's all Gucci.
Wow. 10-7, and looking to move in towards this mid lane. 5 heroes all grouped around it for Liquid, getting set up. They don't have Haunt for another 50 seconds.
Thunder did just smoke, and I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to do, because I don't think they really want to fight this. Right. Batrider is not ready, so I think this might have been a wasted smoke. Let's see if he at least gets the ward out. Okay, at least he gets the ward out. Unfortunately, it is within the sentry range.
Yeah, so this one will be claimed, and they're, well, actually backing away by Liquid now. No, they're not going to go take the tower, never mind.
The Skeleton gets it. Yeah. Easy last hit.
Well done.
But yeah, they saw the ward placed, and that's why they were like, oh, they're smoking around us or something like that. But I do think they're going to wait for this BKB on the Batrider. They do have Manta completed, and we can kind of check out the items that Liquid has here. He's almost got the Desolator on Matu, and that kind of enables them to start playing towards the Roche area of the map. Right, if they ever get a pick off or get some sort of team fight in their, you know, advantage, they can easily Roche with Desolator.
Right. Although they are going to have to be careful, I feel like, him going into that build, at least until like Wraith King gets a shard. Now that the Fusel Blade's going to be coming out for the Spectre, that could be something to watch for as well if he runs out of mana. Does have the stick charges, but
I was really curious if he's going to go Diffusal, because so Diffusal feels really good if you're able to make something out of it. You get some fight going, you get a couple of kills. Otherwise, you want to go for a bigger item. Okay, there's going to be real bottom here.
TP out immediately. Oh, that was sick. Very nice.
Nice. That was well done. And Panda was kind of sticking around with a ward here. He's watching them. He wants to see if they take him out here. They'll take him out.
Okay. So they have their eyes set on the Grimstroke here. Are they going to actually go for it? I mean, the skeletons are beating him down. He's got to leave, man.
If he inks roll the skeleton, there's a chance here. In the mid lane, though, oh,
that is big. Big kill. Nicely played by Team Liquid.
See what they do with this kill, because now they get this really beautiful clipboard here. And they're going to just keep snowballing now.
One by one, but have they gone a bit too far from Zai? Can they find any type of a pick-off, a kill here? Stun, blink back, then the ulti. A lot drops for the finish, and now Maggie, the combo together onto both of them. A brilliant display. Mickey, though, trying to stake down Panda, but we already bought back in the beginning of this fight. But Tumberman almost targeting for all that he's worth. A couple more hits, and the kill's going to be there. He's got it for round 2. Can he get in range, though? Panda moves just barely outside of range for that grip. But they have the avalanche, the cookie not quite connecting. And Liquid body blocking Haunted now afterwards. The jump forward, they find him all in the grip. They're caught onto the Wraith King, and Insania, can he get him out of there? It doesn't look like it. They're going to leave the Tumberman for the Wolves. A huge fight win for Thunder.
Archmago is not giving up the chase.
Is he still going for this? Chasing, looking, wanting to find the blink away. Insania going to be left lost. They break him to the side. Thunder Predator striking while the iron's hot.
Beautiful. They overstayed on Liquid. They didn't realize Spectre was respawning soon. They had this cliff ward. I think they felt pretty good sticking around this area. You know, you have complete vision of everything. But this is huge because, you know, like in a game versus Spectre, if the net worth is even, you don't feel good.
Right. Well, and you can see the replay right here as well. You were talking about the timing on that grip when he was coming out of it, but still ended up being able to find it for the kill.
That was very close to being a horrible dieback for Pandamu or an amazing play, and it turned out to be an amazing play because that grip was really important.
Yeah, able to catch there with the avalanche, and as you can see, there were moments where it felt like Liquid was almost going to be able to come back out, but committing all those big ultimates. I mean, you know, basically 4 ultis dropped throughout the course of this fight, and they win it. Just press R, right? Easy.
I am curious if there's a way, this might be a little hard, but if there's a way to correlate Spectre's net worth in the game towards the win rate that Spectre is having, you know, at this point in the game, if the hero has this amount of net worth.
Your stats, man. You like those. Ava toss, walks in, finds it. Ooh, good break immediately afterwards, though. Mickey in trouble as the BKB from the Batrider. They run him down one by one. What is left for Liquid? They're in a ton of trouble now. Chase back. Can they get the blink? Ava toss, trying to break the tether. He's relocating. Oh, but out and away. Is it enough? Yes. Gets him out of there. Zai might be the next target, though. I don't know if they have enough to kill him. Yeah, the rest are leaving.
What broke the lasso? Or I'm really confused at what happened. Maybe we can get a replay of that.
Yeah, it looked
I don't know
weird.
what happened.
It was like as the IO tethered or something. It looked like it was right at that moment.
I have a feeling that's a bug.
Okay. Cool.
But maybe we'll get a replay and kind of understand what's going on there. I will say there have been a good amount of bugs in the game as of recent, so maybe this is another one. And we are almost going to see this Diffusal coming out. He has it in 100 gold on pakazs. And you have to realize that Spectre actually does do Roche fairly quickly with Manta. Okay, here we go. We're going to get a replay.
So yeah, it was right. I don't know what that was. Something strange happened.
I love the rewind though.
Oh, he got the strongest cell.
Okay.
Yeah,
there we go. That's the shard. Okay, never mind. No bug. Guys, no bug. All good.
Easy peasy. Well, yeah, 1,000 gold lead, but it's been really, really close. The thing that's been interesting about this game, though, is that so much fighting and not a ton of objectives taken. All the tier 2 towers still standing. Roche hasn't even really been looked at yet. You mentioned the Desto being an option for him. When do you think they start to make that transition to trying to sort of take an objective? Are they waiting for an item or spell timing?
So I definitely think Liquid should have considered playing closer to Roche when they were stronger, but now the momentum shifted, and this Spectre has Diffusal. Wraith King does not have the shard. So I think that's their timing to fight, and you do see them smoke here. Matu is going for Silver Edge, so he's thinking a bit like about the later portion. But this is Thunder's time to fight here.
Well, and scouting him out. They've got Haunt ready immediately onto him. Matumba Man, Ava, toss, reload, burn all the mana. Can they get him away? Oh, Taunt to break it. Sick play coming out. They can't get him out of there, but the Glimmer walking away. Matumba Man turning, punching, wanting to take down one, but the Nightmare save from over to the side. Matthew living, but will eventually fall.
Dark Target's going to
die. Wants to, gets the pullback there, and they get the ink roll afterwards. Breaks off that lasso. Reaper Sight for the turnaround, not enough for the kill, and then the grip, the turn, the BKB, what a sick play! They keep alive the Batrider, that would have been the huge turn they needed, but the buyback from Io and then the run-in, they managed to find a couple more. So again, offlaner for the 2 supports.
Yeah, I don't know how happy Thunder is with that. They did get the Necro kill, but they definitely wanted the bigger fish. They wanted Matu. It didn't go as perfectly as they had planned, but I like how aware they are of this reload. Like, as soon as the reload was channeling, immediately Sacred tries to blink and scatter blast the IO, narrowly misses, but then the tiny toss comes in, so...
Right.
He did queue up the shard in Matu now, and they are going for a smoke. There's no Haunt, there's no lasso, so right now Liquid is stronger. They do have the momentum, and you can see they're scanning. Both teams are actually scanning each other.
Oh, big. Gotta be careful, the runaway is there. And yeah, with no Haunt for another 80 seconds, that is a window where Liquid can now move on in and try and take down Roche. So gonna hit the timings when ultis were baited out.
So Thunder should be aware of this, but they don't have any way to scout reliably. They don't have the kisses ready. No Haunt, you know, Bane's not alive to just run in there and kind of take one for the team. So it does look like a free Roche for Liquid. And I'm curious to see if Matu takes it or maybe Mickey.
How much do you think this changes the dynamic of the game now, getting an Aegis on the Wraith King?
The biggest thing for me is that if Thunder gets the Aegis, it's massive. If Liquid gets the Aegis, it's kind of nice for them. You know what I mean? Like, a Spectre with an Aegis is a huge problem. You know, Wraith King with an Aegis, we might as well just ignore this guy. He does have the shard anyways, like coming anyways, so I don't think Spectre wants to focus him.
Okay.
And I do wonder if now pakazs is like, I wish I went for a different item, like Scotty, or just for the Ags into a Bloodthorn or something like that. So we'll see how his items progress.
Right now queuing up that Aghanim Scepter and has already bought the Blade of Alacrity. So a little bit more difficult to swap the Scotty if he needed to.
Mark is in the hunt bottom. He's trying to find this Batrider.
He catches him there. To the side, he's very sneaky. Will run away.
I like how he just gives him the sticky napalm. Then he peace out like, you didn't find me. Okay, bye.
That's good. I like that. It's all about the mental damage.
So Sacred does have a BKB now. So they do have double BKB. Let's see what else we got here. He does have the Ags queued up, like you said. Mickey has the Refresher queued up, which is obviously going to be a huge deal, having double BKB, double Mars Arena. But it does seem like Matu can now just reliably hit towers. He has Aegis, he has Death, so, you know, towers just melt. So let's see if Thunder... I think they should sacrifice this tower. I think it's too late.
It'll be interesting to see if they're waiting for that, like, one big item. We were talking about the Ags for the both Snapfire and the Spectre, which will be up in what, another 1,300 gold for the Spec. Could be a nice window for them there.
Yeah, so Ags is an interesting choice for Snapfire, because I do feel like there's something kind of awkward in what item he's going to get next. So I'm not quite sure myself what he wants to build on the Snapfire, but I'm not entirely sure how Ags is going to work out. Who is he going to toss in? The Tiny, the Spectre, like maybe throw in a Batrider, but they have Blinks and Haunts to get in. So it is a bit weird. Maybe it's a way to kind of gap close onto this IO, because they do want to kill the supports of Team Liquid.
Right, I mean, even just in the middle of the fight, being able to, you know, jump in and eat somebody and save them if they need to, and or, like, you know, throwing creeps in. It's a decent stun. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I wonder if it's going to have the impact that they need it to. But as you said, also, it's like, well, what's the other choice for the Snapfire? It doesn't have that level 20 talent yet.
So they're all kind of sticking around mid lane on Thunder. I do think they want to defend this, right? That's how they're positioned.
Looking for an opening. There it is. Avatar jumps forward, almost killing off Insane. He's down super low, and now is getting out of there, but no, he doesn't end up falling in the end. And he used Relocate too, so won't have it for any buyback situations. Can they chase for any more? Now looking for it. That's a big old Reaper sight, but not quite enough for the kill. They do turn now, take down Zai, and Matama Man slowly but steadily losing his life. They buy back now on Matthew. He's got to try and run away, but Sacred, they're all on top of him. Huge catch for the win, and the DD Snap takes it out. Big play coming out from Thunder as they're going to respawn again, but there's no way he gets out of this one. Thunder Awaken, turning it up here, day one.
Wow, I love that idea. Like, the IO was out of position and they immediately like took advantage, right? Because they need to kill these supports. They kill these supports, they're gonna win the fight. They can take their time. They can just kind of play around this Wraith King. You know, he gets kited easily. And I can tell you something from experience, like when you lose a team fight to a Spectre at this stage of the game, it's very disheartening. You're gonna, like, the team's gonna get quiet. People are just gonna be like, they used Haunt. You know, somebody's gonna say that. And you feel bad. But we're gonna see a replay of this. Look, the IO steps out of position, immediate jump.
Matthew on the job, and again, then afterwards just dropping everything for him. They almost didn't connect, but were able to get it for the kill.
Yeah, that was a really quick jump, and then like we said afterwards, you know, Mickey did a good job. He was like, I have to get out of here, but we do have a jump in the actual game where Mickey does get lassoed here.
Yeah, and the rundown. And he's in some trouble. They could bring in the Spec if they wanted, but not going to opt to. So they jump ends up turning around the other direction instead.
Yeah, they were trying to take advantage of the respawn timer on Liquid's heroes. Pakazs is like, one of the cool things about Ags is that you can just kind of use it and scare them, you know, either get vision, maybe you can pick off a support. You can see that, you know, Boxy is itemizing, like he has this glimmer, he's just trying to buy anything that will allow him to survive this Spectre. And Insana has the Ghost Scepter queued up because this Spectre is a menace for them. Like, you're afraid of the support from a Spectre with Aghanim's and Diffusal. You know, this guy is going to kill you very fast.
Right, and the other thing is, you know, we talked about sometimes earlier today, we're seeing like the Shaman versus it. You can like Hex immediately get rid of it, but obviously no way to do that with these heroes. And well, we'll see if they can play around the vision better. Maybe bait out the Haunt, try and play together, go for a smoke play or something, but definitely Liquid cannot afford to show those supports early.
I just noticed that Dark Mago actually ate the tome. When you have a Spectre on your team, you want to kind of give a Spectre all the tomes because this hero has some crazy talents, right? With 5% dispersion at level 25 with the health on level 20, and he did get the earlier one, so it's kind of a greedy play by the bat, but we'll see.
He had to get to level 21.
Yeah,
okay.
21's key. Roche is still not up. We got some time, so it does seem like they want to get some control in this area of the map in preparation for Roche. But they are going to go deeper.
Yeah, they are looking bottom, definitely ready for a fight, and the benefit of having that Spectre, instant ability to join in with the rest of the team. Who are they going to run into first? Matumba Man is there, does have the shard, so no matter what, he's going to get that ulti off, and well, this is decent formation. Sacred actually in a lot of trouble there right at the start, but the jump in the Haunt afterwards, trying to take down those sports right at the start. Boxy is gone. Now turning, looking for more. IO getting the relocate away, but on the other side, I mean, do they have enough damage here to take down the rest of them? But Matumba Man dies one time, and they kill him again. Bulls backs out, they get the Reaper Sight finish, and now they have to run. Can they get in for any more? Avalanche trying to buy a little bit of space to keep Matthew alive, but I think with the rest of the heroes nearby, are they still looking for this fight?
I think Thunder has to get out here. They've kind of expended everything. Sacred bought back. They just have to run away. That was a very awesome fight for Thunder. Ooh, nice try to snipe this IO, but the Ghost Scepter actually saving him. That was very close to killing both supports, but you know, Boxy immediately bought back and it was like back into the fight.
Right.
And that's what you have to worry about. You cannot separate from your supports too much if you're Liquid. You have to try and protect them, because if the supports survive, you can win the fight. If your supports just die instantly, you're probably going to lose the fight. So definitely a nice win for Liquid here. Very, very needed victory.
Well, the thing that's interesting about it also, though, is that this next time that you take the fight, it feels like if you just go on Boxy right at the start, you won't have that buyback opportunity. So something that, you know, Thunder Awaken can play around now as well, although they did have to buy back on Sacred as also.
Definitely. And now we're going to see them Liquid position on Roche. It is going to respawn in 5 seconds. Let's see if Zai sees it. He actually walks in, and Roche is going to respawn when he walks out. Thunder is actually on the bottom side of the map here, so if they saw this... Oh, actually, no, sorry. It can just start spawning. I'm not used to the Spectre.
Oh, right. Yeah. The timing on it is weird. So, yeah, 2.5 minutes.
Okay, I read that wrong. Sorry, guys. I'm not used to spectator mode yet.
You don't normally get that in your corner when you're playing? No?
No, you don't. I just type it out,
okay,
and I just spam it. Like, Roche can spawn between, you know, 33 to 36, and I have that, and I just copy-paste and spam it all.
I think if you type that into the lobby right here, people might be angry at you.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So Roche can spawn, so we do see Liquid position around there. They have the cliff ward kind of protecting that area, and Pakazs is still kind of farming away. He has his BKB queued up. And this is kind of specific towards both, I guess, the Necrophos and the Mars matchup.
Right. Yeah, not often an item that we see on the Spectres, I feel like. But you think it's just mainly to allow him to stay on targets here in this one?
Yeah, I think he wants to kind of stay in the fight, because without a BKB, you could kind of slowly die to the Heartstopper aura. The arena might stop you from getting around, so I'm not sold on it yet. I kind of want to see how this interacts in the fight. Spectre is just the hero that's coming back now, so I'm still not as familiar with all the item builds. I was thinking maybe he would buy basically like a Basher or a Nullifier or even Scotty, something that either helps him kill supports or stick on heroes. So I guess BKB kind of sticks on heroes.
Yeah. Dropping down a ward, Boxy. I think that was scouted, and Panda also going to back away. But a smoke up from Liquid, though. Run right into him, and it should be a dead Bane. He gets found, he gets killed.
He has no buyback. This is kind of a big deal. I think they saw them, but he overstayed. And now Liquid has kind of control of the Roche area. So
Still a minute
what they do here. Mick is trying to catch top though.
Yeah, it was a long Roche respawn. And will they be able to find go here off the mark and actually gonna pop the wait, jump forward with a haunt? Can they chase for anything extra here? A very weird series of fights. They're just gonna go all in on Boxy right now, dropping everything as well as the BKB charge. He doesn't get anything, and now he might be in a ton of trouble. Spear holding out one tree, but the Reaper Sight not quite enough for the kill, but the refresher combo comes out. They take him down, and I don't know what just happened for Thunder. What was that?
Oh man, there's no real excuse for that. That was just a mistake. Right?
Yeah.
He was like, yo, let's go, boys. That's terrible for the game. I mean, you're gonna lose Roche now as soon as it respawns. You might even you're gonna lose your towers. Like the entire map just gets completely choked out by this one mistake. They were not on the same page at all there. Right.
Well, it is a rare misstep that we've seen in what has otherwise been a fairly clean game, and they say, all right, you know what? You're dead for a while, no Roche, no problem. We're going to hit the tier 3 towers. They walk up, start bringing it down, and we'll force out the glyph. We're, at this point, 30 seconds away from Spectre being back up. It feels really hard to take this fight without Spec.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if they can defend this Rax. Maybe there's some sort of like, I mean that's the thing, they don't even have lasso, right? I was thinking about a top-back play they could do, but it is a bit risky, especially, you know, you see what Boxy's doing, he's spamming this Angel just in case something happens. So they do get the Rax, and they are going to have control over the Roche area, but this does give time for Thunder to actually be able to contest this Roche, which I think they need to.
Yeah, and they don't have Haunt for another 30 seconds, but they will obviously have the Shadow Step ready and waiting. But you mentioned before, they don't really have that great way to scout things out. Aghanim Scepter is just now being complete. Sacred, I think, has it, but they're just a little bit too late.
Dark Mago's not even going. They're just sacrificing this. I don't like this. I think... Actually, what was like... Okay, they ping the Bad Rider bottom right. Let's go finish this. I think the Snap should just... I don't even know if they have smokes left, but the Snap should just go in there, drop the ulti, give them any kind of information, right, to be able to contest this Roche, because this is huge. They get the Aegis, you know, and they're gonna have complete control of the map now.
Who was it that got the shard? Necro already had it. Oh, Matthew. Up top, they caught him. And Liquid playing very clean Dota as we've gone past this like 30-minute mark. This feels like they have come up with all the right answers and been playing very, very clean Dota.
Yeah, I believe Mickey got the shard, which is really good on him. He also has the Spell Prison. This is like a dream situation for you as a Mars. You have the shard, you have a refresher, a double arena, you can spear, you know, 4 heroes potentially. It's looking pretty grim, and with this BKB choice by pakazs, I actually feel like his scaling is not that good anymore. He doesn't really deal enough damage or sustain enough in the fights, and that's like something I don't like about the build now that I see it. When he has Diffusal, which I said is like kind of a timing item, right, and a BKB on top of that, I feel like he could have gone a different choice. And he does have Nullify queued up, but it might be too late.
It's going to take a long time for him to get there. A lot of gold on the Bat Rider as well. He had Refresher queued up, and I don't think has actually bought out for it. So as they're going high ground now, there is just no answer at all for Thunder. They're going to throw out the flame breaks, try and slow this down for all they're worth, but
Skeletons. Dude, they're just
beating it down
during this Rax.
Oh man.
He has the 6 minimum skeleton spawn talent, which is just crazy. It's basically the army of the dead.
God.
It's so hilarious. And now, I'm not really sure what you do here. I think,
oh my goodness,
what you should try to do for Thunder is just commit for this refresher, wait for Boxy to use Inkswell, and try to jump on Matu afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, and that feels like it's the only real option that they've got. Force staffs, they do have a force staff on Tiny, so maybe you could get the force afterwards, and that's the way you can like push the Bat Rider to pull somebody out of position. But
all right, so hear me out. You're gonna build this catapult, right? Okay. You're gonna have the Bat Rider lasting you in. You're gonna have Matthew ready for a toss in. Okay, he's getting tossed in right now.
Oh god, careful there. On the other side of the battle, it's brewing.
Okay, so yeah, I want to see the catapult. I want to see the Bat Rider pulling you into the catapult. The Tiny is going to toss you into the fountain, and then, you know, you're just going to keep Matu in the fountain. So let's see that happening. That's an easy win condition. No problem whatsoever.
Make it happen, y'all. We'll see it.
All right, he's going to start hitting here. Let's see if Boxy actually uses the Inkswell here.
Gotta wait for it.
Okay, he uses it. Let's see. Now's your timing. Let's do it.
And they pull it back.
Let's go.
It's dangerous. It's hard. The toss back's the beginning. It's happening. Get him into the fountain.
The catapult.
They knew it was going to come. They knew it was going to happen. Get the hell into this fountain. On the other side, there's a battle going on, and he pulls them in. They're actually going to get him into the fountain. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, they're doing forward.
How did you call it?
Of the fight.
They bring him down, though. The Reaper's sight. So they do manage to take him all the way in. Nobody has buybacks. Oh, God.
So they reversed it. Okay, they listened to the reverse. I'll start with the toss, and then you get the lasso in. But that is what they needed. This is like the, I don't know, I have to check the win probability here, but that's like the very small win probability they had. That was that play.
They found it. They knew what they needed, and now the grip, they got him caught. Oh, and trying to finish him off into the nut side. Is gonna fall. Everybody's dead. The only one left alive is Mickey with the Aegis. Where's your team?
He did just refresh to get away. It's like he blinks in, he refreshes, blinks out, get me out. Okay, whoops. This gives him a chance. This gives him a chance. That was, you know, very well executed. You can see the win probability jumping out by like 6%, which is kind of a big deal at this point, but I do really want to see a replay of that. That was hilarious.
That was unbelievable. Yeah, and we're going to see the toss back, and, well, here we go. He's got the range. He's going on
for a ride, sir.
Unbelievable. Yeah, and the rest of the team's like, what are we going to do? There's like people that are over here. Sacred just keeps them all out.
It is a ride to the moon, or in this case, the fountain.
True enough. Matsu said he was going that direction. Hey, there it is.
Nicely done, guys. Nicely done.
He knew
so, there isn't much that they actually managed to get out of this. They did reclaim some control of the map. You can see these 2 wards placed on the cliff, and they do see Mika here. 15 seconds on Aegis. Let's see if they actually like want to play with this information and maybe go for a grab here or something. He does have lasso available. They really want to protect this ward.
And, good blink away, but he blinks towards the team, and
Aegis,
well,
3 seconds.
Get down. Got him enough, yes! They bring him down right as the Aegis.
He has fire. Is he going to chase this? I think he does. Tandem will just get thrown into the mix.
Why not? Look for more. Start the battle for us. You're going to die, but it'll be worth it. Reaper Sight afterwards, not nearly enough damage, but can they actually take this down? Sacred in the midst of all of them. Pops the BKB, looks for the villain.
pakazs and BKB, but he's very low.
They're running out of damage. Yeah, he's super low, but he's finding these supports and taking them down one by one. Has to back out Matumbaman. He gets Nightmare there. Pandemo keeping him to the side, and they're bringing him down. They got the grip. Is it going to be enough damage? Matumbaman getting slowly whittled away. One by one, they take him down again. Are you kidding me? There were 10,000 ways it could have gone wrong, but they found the one way it went right. Thunder awaken.
Actually insane.
Radiant's courier was caught in the crossfire.
Wow. I mean, their base is dying, but who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Who needs? Just get kills. It's fine.
This is crazy. This ward set up everything for them.
Listen, I'm just going to say that Go has consistently held about 4,000 gold in his inventory over the past couple of minutes, trying to figure out what he wants to get. And he's finally going all in for the Aghanim Scepter completed.
Oh, I love this play. Like, you could potentially grab the IO +1 hero, you know, if the IO's out of position. I think this is a good buy, especially with Inkswell potentially dispelling 1 lasso, so you get 2, you know, you kind of double your chances. But these guys just brought, you know, the win probability is up. It's almost 40%. It's looking really good. They're still 2 racks down without the best way to deal with waves. But they're actually like fully, you know, they fully have a chance to win this game. There's a Nullifier and the Spectre. You can actually hunt down these supports now in fights. And they have the momentum on their side.
And we just hit a huge timing. The Snapfire has the level 20 and 25 talent. So triple Little Shredder and the Daedalus. They got another damage dealer now.
That is crazy. I love this by the Snapfire. He recognizes that he needs to deal damage. And the Axe has been, I'm not really sure if it worked out or not. There's been some interesting throwing of heroes into the mix, but I do love this dataless transition, and now the Snap is actually dealing a crazy amount of damage. And we talked about this earlier, but Snapfire is actually one of those heroes where 2 talents completely change the hero.
Yeah.
The level 20 talent and the level 25. You go from the spellcaster, kind of blink stunner guy, you know, throw your ulti around to like this murdering machine with Little Shredder.
Right, and again, all of this can change in a moment if we see Liquid find one of those big Reaper scythe kills to start it all off. Like, only 4 stacks right now for the Necro, and throughout this whole game, and I think a couple of those were Panda, so it hasn't really had that effect of that, like, front load of damage that we've been wanting to see from Liquid.
I want to highlight that Insana has a Dom, and he has an RP Scout, so this did get nerfed, but you can see the vision on the cliff is still quite significant. And they're positioning it around the Roche area, but there's like a smoke from Thunder Predator. They know...
Ward down.
Or Thunder Awaken, excuse me, but they know there's a ward here.
Jumps in, finds one. Do they have enough? They are ripping him to shreds.
The Haunted was keeping everyone in the backline. 3-man avalanche.
Look at all the damage onto all of them, and now round 2, Grit, everything dropped down. But Tumbleman, will they be able to catch him? They do. Can they bring him down? Second life cell. Panda off to the side, trying to kill off the Tumbleman. Hasn't been able to do much of anything, and eventually he falls. Meanwhile, though, Mickey trying to carry the load for his team. Mono will be able to do it. Matu needs to come back in. Reaper Scythe almost enough for the kill. And Pop is out there, but he's going to die. He does have buyback. Does he want to use it? Sacred, though, trying to do what he can. Silent step. He needs to get off that Little Shredder, but he doesn't have the damage, doesn't have the time. And Liquid, they strike back. They find an opening, and they got the fight they needed.
That was so close to being so good for Thunder. If they were able to get away, maybe buy some time for him to be able to buy back and shadow step into the fight. I think it was cooldown for a little bit. That's why he didn't do it. But, you know, well played by Liquid. They managed to kind of survive. There was a good Reaper Scythe by Zai, because you can see how the only threat the Spectre really has is this Necrophos, actually.
Yeah, it's the thing that's been causing him the most trouble. And yeah, this fight that you're talking about, just zoning out 4 heroes on the other side. As you can see back in the game, though, it was a pretty quick spawn on Roche, and Liquid are actually going to get it.
Yeah, this is huge. There's a refresher on this Roche, so I wonder if Mickey takes another arena for himself, or maybe they give it to Zai for like double BKB, double Reaper Scythe, which Zai is indeed going to take, but, you know, we're watching the team fight currently.
Right. Yeah, the Abyssal Blade there we saw right at the end on the Sacred, man. He couldn't do as much damage as he needed, and he's actually out of this next fight if they come down the lane, and it looks like they're heading down this direction. Liquid might be getting Mega Creep here. I think it happens. I don't know if they can hold without the Sacred. And, well, they found one right at the start. It's on the Tiny. He's in so much trouble. And just like that, they're going to have buybacks on 2 heroes, but this is going to be Megas at the very least. Can Liquid stay for more?
I think they definitely make the right call here by not flying back. Tiny has to fly back here.
Pull on to 2. Where's the damage? The Avalanche is there, but they get the BKB off with a walk away. And now, second round, they've got the grip trying to take down Mickey. Do they have the damage? Can they get the kill? They keep him alive. Pandamu living through that one. Reaper Scythe is on the Bane. Don't know if that was the call. Second round, Reaper Scythe, but the save comes down from the Bane. They need to kill him first, but they didn't have enough. Now, pakazs wants to chase, looking for a couple more punches. He's down low on the Spectre, has to run away. Broken, chased down dead, but has buyback. Second round now. The jump in, the damage is there, but Insania with the save. They need to bring him down in time, and they do. They can't quite get away, and he just gets ripped to shreds afterwards. They're all buyback. They need to get back into this then. They want to end this game, but Matu brought down again. He has another life. They're all running to try and get in on this fight, but I don't think they can get here in time. It's done.
No, he's done. He's done for 2 minutes. But they did get the Megas. They did get the Megas, and I don't know if this is enough time for Thunder to actually finish the game. But they have to try.
They absolutely have to.
This is your opening.
Can they do it? Oh, God. If a Mega Creep comeback, if we see this here in the first day, Stockholm Major group stage, can it happen? Do they have what they need? It's a tough one. I mean, they're going to run down the lanes, and again, you've got that Little Shredder that can maybe make something happen, but they will at least have Glyph as well.
I'm hyped. This guy has a leveler on the Spectre. The Sacred's going to deal a lot of damage to these towers. It's actually doable. Let's see what that... I mean, this is crazy.
Basher coming in afterwards.
He did have Rapier queued for a little bit because he was thinking about it, but he didn't have enough gold, and he knows this is kind of an all-in play here.
Oh, the Glimmer. Foxy living. Now afterwards, Avalanche. Oh, leashed together. They're focusing down these buildings. Creeps in the base, though. They're hitting close to the tier 4 towers. If they want to go all in, they have to do it now. The TP actually a little bit back. Tiny's going to leave, so they're going to cut their losses a little bit here on Thunder. Potentially, and they're going to go instead for another lane of racks. So potentially we could DQ it up for a little bit of a longer one here.
Yeah, they decided that they're changing their mind now. Pakazs is actually going for the throw.
All right, 30 seconds. I mean, the call. They catch them all. Look at this jump in. The stuff from Sacred. He finds everybody. They've got the grip. Is this the fight? Is this the win? Thunder, they call for the finish, and they're going all in for this one. They're dead for minutes. All in. Can they do it? There are still creeps that are coming down into the base. We'll see if there's any backdoor plays, but for now, Thunder, they're trying to finish the game. Clip used. What do they have left in the tank? They've broken backdoor. No, they don't.
Are slowly coming, but it might be.
Oh, they've got to end it. They've got to end it. 2 seconds until Moss's back up. The backdoor protection's there, and they don't have enough. They went for everything, and they're coming up short. And now they find him. Nightmare's trying to save, but it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, the jump through tries to find Foxy. pakazs wants to do it all on his own. Avalanche, the help, the toss back on top of him. They have creeps in the base now, but back home, do they have the throne alive? Looking for more. Matamba Man getting kited, getting controlled, and the jump forward going all in for the throne. Thunder awakened. Are you kidding me? Believe in miracles.
Wow.